How you doing? This is Cello. I am going to show you today how to mount a motor to your Advantage board, or any board for that matter, with these Advantage motors that I have. First of all, there's two ways of doing it. Number one, you can do it with the tape way, which Rollerboards taught me how to do this, and this is a great idea. And number two is the way I've been doing it for JB Weld, which is like how do you say, liquid. It's like a liquid steel glue we use. That's the old way of doing it. The new way I'll show you too. Number one, if you're going to do it with the JB Weld, you're going to get a two-part epoxy JB Weld. You get to the Home Depot for like $6. You get these two things. Get yourself a stick. In this case, I use a chopstick. You're going to put it down. You're going to glue them here. Number one, you want to glue this metal plate like this to the motor first. Okay? You use it to the side. You want to get it like that. Once you glue it, you're going to mix this JB Weld like I'm going to do in a minute and stick it there, and then ultimately at the end of the day it's going to look like that. Okay? Zoom in close to that. It's going to look like that. Okay? You also may want to straighten it out. This is the old way I used to do it. Now I straighten it out where the motor's pointing that way, not angle like this. So like that's going to be the finished products once you JB Weld everything. So number one, in order to glue this down, let's just say I already glued this washer down like it is right here. You're going to put two parts, equal part. I'm going to be a little sloppy. I'm kind of rushed to do this, so forgive me. And just like that. That's simple enough. You're going to mix them both together till they turn a nice gray. Okay? And once you get them both together, I should use a little bit more, but due to circumstances, I'm okay. Now see the bottom, I taped up the little holes on the bottom. On the bottom there's holes, as you see on this one. Here you're going to have to tape them up because you don't want the glue to get inside the motor. Okay? Then you just put it right along the bottom, just like so. And it's just the right amount right there. Okay? And then you just plaster it down. And then you're going to leave that overnight. It says 5-minute epoxy, but if you really want a good hold, just leave it overnight and don't worry about it till the next day. You got nothing but time. And what I do is, just to be safe, in case you have kids or something coming around playing around with stuff, just tape it down, and this will stay pretty good. You want to glue the motor onto the washer first, the bottom plate, and then after that you want to glue and let that set for a day or so, or a little sooner than that, and then set the motor and washer on top of the board. Give it a nice little sanding first, if you can, then glue it. And it ultimately is going to look like that before you put it on the board. Okay? The reason why I use the plates is because this motor that way won't touch the board. If I leave it like that, it's going to hit the board. Okay? Now, if you want to do it with the tape, you do like so. You get this tape at Radio Shack. It's called 3M VHB at any Radio Shack. It's in the tape section. It's a double stick tape. This is the easiest thing you could do for this. This is the new way. Thank you, Roller, for teaching me this. And I'm going to go like that. Cut a piece off. Stick it on the bottom. You don't need that tape that I showed you for the weld. Then you peel that apart off. You stick it on like that. Give it a nice little push. Then you're going to cut another piece of tape, cut it off, put it right underneath, just like that, press it down, and then you are ready to go. And you just press it down like so. That's the way I would do it. I have it straight, so especially if there's two motors on a board. Have this one going this way and the other one's going to go coming out that way. So just stick it down like that and you're done. And then just wire it up, you're good to go. Slow motion, and now if you want to pull this off, you just got to twist it and pull off, and it comes off really easy. Other than that, it should stick no problem unless you're pulling it off. I seem to be having a little problem when I ship these boards out overseas or across country. For some reason, I guess the altitude makes them unstick or something, or unglue. So this is the best way to do both your motors. I would just go with the safe, clean, easy way. This one, for some reason, if that's not working for you, go to JB Weld. Can't go wrong with that. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me at saintcello@sbcglobal.net, SAINTCELO @sbcglobal.net, and I'll answer any questions you have about your Advantage board. Thank you.
New Orleans Saints.